G'day there again. Thanks for tuning into this video. So today I'm going to talk about things that were announced at the Apple event on March the 8th. So at the time of recording this video, a little over 10 days ago. So there are a number of things that Apple announced. So for the iPhone 13, there was some new colours, green specifically, a couple of different shades of green. There was a new iPad Air. There was a new iPhone SE. All great stuff. But what really caught my eye and has really piqued my interest is the other thing they announced, which was the Mac Studio and the Studio Display monitor. As a creator, so someone who's into photography and videos, this Mac Studio and also the display, they just look tailor-made for me or for creators in general. What exactly is the Mac Studio? Well, it is actually a desktop computer. So it's think of a Mac Mini, but kind of like two Mac Minis stacked together. So that's sort of the size of it, sort of a square box that sits on your desktop. But inside, this thing really packs a ton of power. So there's a new M1 Max chip and then the M1 Ultra chip. The M1 Ultra chip is kind of like two M1 Max chips fused together. But both are really, really powerful. So about the chips themselves, the M1 Max supports 10-core CPU up to 32-core CPU, and the M1 Ultra will do 20-core CPU to 64 CPU. And the Max itself supports up to 64 gigabyte of unified memory, but with the Ultra you can go all the way up to 128 gigabyte unified memory. The Max itself has 400 gigabytes per second bandwidth, while the Ultra will do 800 gigabytes per second. Something that really sounds impressive is that Apple says with the M1 Ultra, you can actually support up to 18 streams of 8K ProRes 422 video playback. I mean, that is just insane and heap of power there. So the desktop itself is packed also with lots of ports on the outside, both the front and back, which I like. So depending on which configuration, whether you go with the M1 Max or the M1 Ultra, the ports on the front are slightly different. So on the front, you either get two USB-C ports or Thunderbolt or two Thunderbolt 4 ports, and there's also a SD card slot. So I have to say it's nice to see the SD card slot on there. Again, as someone who is into photography, I'm using SD cards all the time, so just be able to have a slot there and put them right in. So good. So thumbs up from me for that. On the back of the device, there's four Thunderbolt 4 ports. There's one 10 gigabyte Ethernet port, two USB-A ports, an HDMI port, and also the 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. So nice to see that on there as well. So with all those ports, maybe you can actually start to get rid of some of those dongles, or certainly not have to use as many of them as you may have in the past. So this sort of continues a bit of a trend of Apple lately, which with their MacBooks and now this Mac Studio of putting some ports back that perhaps we've seen them remove over previous years. So really nice to see. Onto the Studio Display itself, which is a monitor that you can buy separately to pair either with the Mac Studio desktop or any other computer that you have. So it's an impressive looking 27-inch 5K Retina display. It's got in it a 12 megapixel ultra wide camera, which also has Apple's center stage feature, which is sort of the feature where the camera will follow you as you sort of move around. Studio quality 3 mic array and a 6 speaker sound system with spatial audio. I have to say this display, from what I've seen, looks awesome. I think if I'm investing in the Mac Studio, I'll also be wanting to get the Studio Display as well. I think it'll make a nice combo, and really look good in my office, and something I'd really enjoy using. So to sum up, both the Mac Studio desktop and along with the display, they pack quite a punch, quite a nice unit together. As I said, something that people into process heavy work or creators like photographers and videographers, etc., would really enjoy, I think, using these machines. So me personally, I'm definitely interested in getting both. From the Mac Studio perspective, I would love to go with the M1 Ultra. I'm not sure that the budget would stretch to it, so it would probably more likely be the M1 Max. But I'll just up the specs on a couple of things like the unified memory, for example. And for editing videos, I think it would be a dream to use this machine to edit my videos on. So yeah, let me know what you think of the Mac Studio and the Studio Display, or actually anything that Apple announced on their March 8th event. Just drop a comment to go off this video and let me know what your thoughts are. As always, thanks very much for watching this video. It's always greatly appreciated. Do subscribe to the channel. Click the little bell next to the subscription so you get notified when I do post new videos. And also make sure you give this video a thumbs up. As always, that really helps the video and the channel overall. So thanks again, and we'll catch you in the next video.